Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Hedera aka HBAR. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask guys to please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course I always do greatly appreciate it. And also, if you do find any of the information in this video valuable, useful, or interesting in any sort of way, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on to never miss a future update. So overall, I am watching Bitcoin closely this Sunday as well as into Monday, being the weekly and monthly candle close. We are reclaiming some levels on the chart, as you guys do see. So we pretty much have this nice little support bracket down here, which was about our $35,000 level almost. We had some wicks down all the way to pretty much almost $33,000 exact, which is totally fine as well. But overall, you can pretty much see where the major support actually lies on Bitcoin. Currently, right now, reclaiming the 786 level, which this is in a declining fashion. Of course, you can kind of look at it any way that you want, but we are regaining some levels, which is fairly good. Now, again, 37.5K was my main target point for us to actually kind of reclaim. Now, I'm kind of more so dead set on us kind of reclaiming $40,000. It's like around like 40.8K. That's pretty much the level that I'm really kind of awaiting. Of course, a little bit less of a validation would be about like 39.5K, breaking above that and holding it, which is our low going back to September. Now, 44K was the major signs of resistance before this major dropping point. It was pretty much the resistance points that we've seen all throughout, January, since that breakdown, going all the way back to like January 1st, where it really initially started. So once we kind of break over 44K, that's pretty much where I am going to be watching a lot of my altcoin holdings. Right now, I'm not really focused on HBAR currently in terms of price action, which I've again stressed to you guys multiple times. I'm not really focused on altcoins currently, just because Bitcoin and Ethereum more so have the spotlight attention currently. But we are still up about 6% on HBAR. Of course, when we're talking about the chart for HBAR, we can kind of address that real quick as well. So similar to all of our other altcoin holdings, a lot of these assets were severely oversold. We actually see us dipping all the way down to that bottom Fibonacci level, finding support there, and then coming back into this nice little demand zone, which was my buy point anyways, at around almost 22 cents to about 24.5 cents. I am awaiting, confirmation again for us to really kind of reclaim that 30 centile range level up here. Again, some major demand zones or major areas of interest would be around like the 25 cents zone, pretty much reclaiming the low that we printed back in January, which was like around the 10th. Now, I'm not talking about this low here, by the way, just so you guys know. So overall, I really want to break above 30 cents for us to really kind of be back in a nice little sort of comfortable spot. Of course, we need to break over 35 cents for us to even become bullish, because this is pretty much the nice resistance point that we've been watching since pretty much going as far back as like December, because November 30th and November 29th, like around this point, was the only time that we were actually above 35 cents. So I'm awaiting us to really kind of reclaim that level. Eventually, we got to wait, be patient, but I do believe that that is going to happen very, very soon. And also, we do see some strong RSI bounces here, which is also a sign that there is a lot of strength in HBAR. We just need a lot more volume. As you guys do see, the volume is still diminishing, which is the major concern for a lot of our altcoin holdings, including Casper, XRP, etc. So overall, in terms of Hedera, like I said, I'm not really focused on price action too much. I think that this quote is actually a fairly good quote. For Hedera, it has always been about the big picture. Everything built at the foundation needs to be done with 100% certainty, and also best quality projects or possible, no matter how long it takes. Only that way the big picture or long-term vision can come to reality. It's all coming. And I do believe that it is. Like I said, we still need a lot more volume. The volume is the problem right now. As you guys even see here, trading volume is still down severely, 20.77%. This is an issue, but it is also an issue with a lot of our altcoins. In terms of the Bitcoin pair, for Hedera, we've actually seen a nice little sideways trading momentum here. with increasing, RSI strength, some volume, but nothing too crazy right now. And honestly, we have not been really kind of moving. It's just been sideways momentum here. So not a lot of strength with Bitcoin in terms of the Bitcoin pair, but I do want us to be back above that 236 level, which is again around this point here, which is like 650 almost sats. This is pretty much the target that I'm really kind of awaiting for us to really kind of go back into like a nice little chop zone. It would be between that level and 750 sats until we do officially break over this. Again, that resistance level is clear. We haven't been above that level since going back as far as October. So once we do break above that 382, aka the 750 sat level, that's when I'm going to get extremely bullish on HBAR. But I do want to talk to you guys about a few other things. Specifically, I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about the Microsoft connections here, the Metaverse and Enterprise. This is all, if you guys do want to go check this out, go check out Zenobia on Twitter, Zenobia ZAG. But of course, you guys could read this and pretty much listen in. It's actually a fairly good overall interview. But there's one quote that really kind of stands out that Zenobia actually points out, and that is, from an enterprise-centric perspective, what is the metaverse and what are some of the opportunities available to enterprises? Work, customer engagement, new services, etc. How is enterprise metaverse different from the metaverse, right? When we're talking about the enterprise metaverse, I look at it as digital workflows. We've actually discussed this in a video where I was talking about ServiceNow. So ServiceNow is focused on workflows in general, but imagine if we have a metaverse where there's enterprise-grade solutions being built within it, as well as job opportunities, which we've seen that actually come into fruition with enterprise-grade use cases. I'm actually very excited for the future of the metaverse. We don't know specifically what enterprise-grade solutions will look like or services in general, but I do believe that there's going to be a lot of things to really kind of unfold here. And I'm not the only one that sees this. Of course, there's a ton of companies exploring the metaverse. In fact, we do see Nike, Meta, Sony, Apple, Puma, sorry, I was about to say it wrong. I do apologize. Nvidia, Disney, Adidas, Walmart, Samsung, Microsoft, Warner Music, and even Brooklyn Nets. And there's so many more. We're going to see the metaverse really kind of explode at mass scale, but we're still going to need some sort of incredible technology out there that is going to allow for the scalability factors for it all to be utilized properly. And who's going to be doing that? Well, first off, we look here and we do see Accelerate Your Vision with our accelerator program in partnership with Outlier Ventures. This is all talking about, of course, the metaverse. In fact, Outlier Ventures themselves is accelerating the open metaverse. This is a Web3 accelerator and ascent program. I do believe that Web 3.0 is going to be a huge market because it is going to be focused around the metaverse. It's going to be focused around tokenization, digitization in general. I'm very bullish on this. In fact, I do believe that when we're talking about the growth of this market, first off, the metaverse market is actually fairly small. Everybody's kind of focused on DeFi, NFTs, and stuff like that, but I do believe that the metaverse is going to be huge. There's a lot of projects within this space that are huge assets. I do still think that the sandbox and even Mana has still some upside potential, but do I think that they're overpriced? 100%. There is better opportunities within the metaverse scene. You guys could look through this and pretty much do your research. I might, do some research and find a gem for you guys and really kind of address it if I do find something that is actually very interesting to me. But there's a ton of opportunities within the metaverse scene for a lot of individuals, me, you, anybody like ourselves, to make a ton of money because this is something new and it's going to be disruptive, especially with all these companies joining in on the fun. Now, of course, like I said, from Outlier Ventures, this is a huge company. We could pretty much read about them. They're really kind of focused on a lot of, points in terms of the, Web3 stage. We see tokenization, NFTs, pretty much everything. We're talking about even decentralized finance, decentralized query and APIs. They pretty much have a connection to all these major, assets because they're investments or investors into pretty much a ton of connections within the DeFi, NFT, and tokenization scene, pretty much streamlining their success, if you will. But they have connections to pretty much massive names. You guys can pretty much see it on the screen here, and this is a fairly large list of names as well. Again, kind of focused on DeFi, NFTs, tokenization. Like I said, really kind of just I would say doing a deep dive in on pretty much almost every area in crypto. I mean, you guys can pretty much see that here. You can pretty much read all of the, pretty much partnerships, or I should say investments that they have made, and pretty much where those partnerships really kind of lie in terms of NFT marketplaces, data marketplaces, etc. But I am excited for, the future for this, especially, them working with Hedera. I think that this is great to see because, of course, our team actively helps your team. We are enthusiastic and motivated helpers. We understand that creative founders are our best hope for building the free and open metaverse that we all want to see. We prioritize recruiting fellow enthusiasts who not only see the big picture and appreciate the concept of the metaverse, but possess the unique skills that give startups that fighting chance. So again, this is pretty much going to build out, or help build out, metaverse, use cases, projects. I'm very excited for this. I think that this is huge, especially with all of the partnerships that they already have with some high tier names. I think that this is going to be great. And of course, in terms of Google connections, so I know that we just talked about some, Microsoft connections. Let's talk about some Google connections. So Google is going public about their intentions to build products on DLTs, and Hedera is playing a key role in this. New head of digital asset strategy team, Rich Widman, I hope that I'm saying that name right, is also in the legal/regulatory committee of Hedera. We'll see more publicity and actual apps coming soon. And we actually see this is coming from Zepsi. Rich Widman, now head of strategy for digital assets at Google, has been one of the main representatives of Google on the governing council. Looking forward to seeing how this might affect the HBAR ecosystem moving forward. And of course, we do see here, experience, product counsel admitted only in New York, full-time lead blockchain center of excellence member, legal and regulatory committee, Hedera HBAR. And of course, we do see, it's official. I'm hanging up my legal spears to be head of strategy for digital assets at Google. It was great to speak with CNBC and Jordan about my role and announce our new team and blockchain space, or in the blockchain space. Sorry, I'm excited to apply my legal toolset to biz strategy. And honestly, we have a huge breakthrough here. So first off, shout out to Coinman, the HBAR Baron, Zepsi, and even HBAR to the moon for this. But overall, Richard Widman, the new head of strategy for digital assets at Google, has been present at 9 Hedera Governing Council meetings. See 4 examples from council minutes below. This man is intimately involved with Hedera HBAR. And we do see here are those connections. These are Hedera, Hedera Council meetings going all the way back to February of 2020, I mind you. So almost 2 whole years. This is huge. And you guys can pretty much see that here. And there's a ton more of examples here. I mean, we even see here, I'd say something is about HBAR Barians. Honestly, who knows where this is going, but this is extremely bullish. And of course, we do see here, Curious shout out to Curious for noticing this as well. And we do see, he sits in the quarterly Hedera meetings. Big news from Google today. One of the most important companies in the world, pretty much has built a dedicated team to focus on the promotion and adoption of blockchain technology. Congratulations to, Rich Widman and Baxis. I hope that I'm saying that right as well, for their foresight and leadership. I'm here for it. So again, this is pretty big. This is extremely bullish. I want you guys to all understand that, Google is pretty much going to be ramping up some, use cases within the Hedera Hashgraph scene. So I'm very excited for this. I think that this is going to be very bullish for us. Like I said, do not disregard the GC members because they are continuing to build and build and build. I'm excited to see the Google products that, do come from this. They are making this massive digital asset team. So I'm excited to see where this goes. And like I said, 2022 is going to be probably the biggest year for crypto in terms of adoption and use cases that do, pretty much be built out fully. So with all of that in mind, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.